Well, welcome everyone to this morning's Family Caregiver webinar. I am going to introduce our speaker to you in just a moment, and I'm happy to do that. But first, I'm just going to give a brief overview of ElderHelp and why we do these webinars. My name is Carrie McClellan. I'm the Outreach Manager for ElderHelp, so I oversee our community outreach efforts, our volunteer recruitment, and I also have the pleasure of facilitating webinars like these that help with getting helpful information out to any of our volunteers or staff or community members that might be looking for additional resources and on various topics. So I'm looking forward to sharing today's topic with you all in just a moment. Before I do, a brief overview of ElderHelp. So we are a local nonprofit organization. We support older adults and their desire to continue aging in place in their own home for as long as possible. So that looks a little bit different for everyone, but we try to help them as much as possible continue to age in place. We are celebrating over 49 years of supporting seniors and their families in the San Diego community. So we're excited about a couple more months being able to start announcing our 50th year, which is wonderful for a small nonprofit like ours. So ElderHelp offers a variety of core services. Our information and referral service is available to anybody who is looking for resources. So anybody is welcome to call our main line or visit our website and send in an email, and we're happy to help connect people with different benefits or resources that might be able to help yourself or your loved one. We offer check-in call programs, and Are You Okay is one of our longest check-in call programs that we've been offering, and it's a really great option for people who might live alone, who may not have anybody who's checking in on them on a regular basis. They can have peace of mind knowing that somebody is going to call them at the same time every day, Monday through Friday, to have a check-in and just make sure that they're doing all right. We offer transportation through our Seniors A Go-Go volunteer driving program. So volunteers pick up our clients from their home and take them to their appointments and other destinations and make sure they get back home safely. Our care coordination program provides a variety of support and services. We have social workers that are on staff that help with advocating for our clients' needs and assessing them over time, as we know things change over time. So we're always looking at how we can better support them. In addition to our staff being involved, we have a variety of volunteer services that are available through our care coordination program. So helping with grocery shopping assistance or friendly visits, minor home repairs are just a few. Our housing services team is very busy making sure that people know about the different affordable housing options in San Diego, and we operate a unique program called Home Share that's essentially a roommate matching service. So for somebody who is looking to rent out a room in their home, perhaps for additional income or just having additional services or peace of mind knowing that somebody is there overnight, we help to facilitate a match with an individual who is looking for a room to move into, and we stay involved throughout the entire process. We offer nutrition services, so making sure that our clients have adequate nutrition so that they can remain healthy and continue living to their best of their ability at home. And we do that through our pantry as well as grocery shopping assistance. And the webinars like today's are through our Family Caregiver Support Program. So we offer support and resources to family members who might be caring for an aging loved one at any stage. So maybe it's that you're just worried about your aging loved one and noticing some changes are coming up, or you're providing day-to-day care. We are wanting to bring educational topics that could be relevant to you at any point in your journey. We do record all of our webinars, and those can be found on our website, elderhelpofsandiego.org. If you go to our family caregiver page, you would see the webinar library and could visit and view any of the previously recorded webinars that we have. We've also created online courses that can help people with navigating how to create a care team or how to manage caring for a loved one living with dementia, or if you're a working caregiver, what benefits might be available to you. So there's a lot of helpful education and resources that are through our online courses, and you can access them on our family caregiver page of our website as well. We are grateful for partnerships, and through our family caregiver support program, we partner with Alzheimer's San Diego as well as Southern Caregiver Resource Center. So collectively, we are working to reach more family caregivers in the community who could benefit from resources. And that leads me to our next topic and introducing our speaker and our partners at SDG&E. We are so grateful to partner with SDG&E throughout the year, making sure that people know about the resources that are available and how to save on energy costs and all of those important details that do change over time. So I'm really happy to have Megan here, and I'm going to just share a brief about Megan with you all before she gets started. So Megan Rigby is here on behalf of SDG&E in the Customer Outreach Department. She has been with the company since 2016, and she's been our SDG&E Energy Solutions Advisor for the past 3 years. So she's here today to share updates on customer assistance and resources and tips for controlling energy usage, as well as other helpful information. So Megan, I'm so happy that you were able to join today, and I know that you have a lot of information to cover, so so welcome. We're happy to have you.
Thank you so much for the introduction. The past 3 years working with you and ElderHelp as a whole has been wonderful. I am so proud to be your advisor, and I'm thrilled to be here today talking about some of the different updates and just sharing important information. You can go to the next slide.
Okay, very good.
As Carrie mentioned, we're going to be going over a variety of different topics. Just to name them and list them out for you, we're going to be going over scams. As we know, that's something, unfortunately, that is a bit more prevalent. So kind of going over different ways to recognize them and stay safe, or help your loved ones stay safe. I'll be reviewing some of our customer assistance programs, as well as also some of our debt relief and support options that are out there, as well as some seasonal saving tips, whether it's winter, summer, just different options out there that can help you manage your energy and save some money. I'll also be going over general bill and account management, notifications, how to use some of the different platforms that are available, as well as also reviewing the commitment to accessibility and making sure that we are serving our customers to the best of our ability. We can go to the next slide now. So as I mentioned, unfortunately, scammers work year-round. It's something that is getting more and more prevalent, but there is a bit of good news. Recently, we changed our SDG&E logo. So there is now a new component of verification that you can use. But I'm going to back up just a little bit. There tends to be 2 different types of scams that you might experience, or 3, excuse me. The first one would be through email. If you receive an email that seems a little bit suspicious, there might be any misspellings in the email address or in the email itself. If it's asking you to provide your credit card information, any personal information that really you shouldn't be required to give through email to your utility, it's most likely a scam. If you ever have any questions, if it is a scam, you can always give us a call. And the same goes with some of the phone impersonation and scams that are going on. So if you receive a call saying that they're an SDG&E representative and they're from credit and collections and you need to pay your bill immediately or else your power will be shut off, right there, that automatically makes it a good point to recognize that it most likely is a scam. SDG&E will never proactively contact customers to get their credit card information, especially over the phone, as well as there is a very long process in which you'll get email notifications, mail notifications, depending on what you have marked in your account of how you'd like to be contacted. There will be quite a long notification process before any sort of conversation of disconnection would take place. If you do have a past due balance, there are quite a few options to help you relieve that balance, as well as also different resources outside of SDG&E. And I'll go over that later in the presentation. The last scam is people who pretend to be SDG&E employees and visit the home. The big signs for this is you always want to make sure that they have their company ID. There really is no reason why an SDG&E employee would not have their company ID on them. So definitely make sure you ask to see that before you grant anyone access to your property or to your home. You also want to make sure that they are wearing an SDG&E uniform. As I mentioned earlier, we did change our logo recently. You can see it on the bottom left-hand side. So if a individual does not have that logo, does not have their ID, they are most likely not an SDG&E representative, as well as you also do want to make sure that they arrive in an SDG&E marked vehicle. If you ever have any suspicions, any questions, you can always give us a call, and we can help verify if there is in fact a person who's supposed to be there. We can go to the next slide. So I'm now going to be going over some customer assistance programs. We can go to the next slide. So the first one is the CARE program, or California Alternative Rate for Energy. Essentially, this is a program where if you are income qualified for the household or you participate in a public assistance program, you'd be eligible for up to 30% off your SDG&E bill every month. There is multiple ways that you can apply for this program, one of which is working with ElderHelp to put your application in and find out if you are in fact eligible. You can go to the next slide. In relation to the CARE program, there also is the ESA program, which is income-based, has the same qualifications of you must be participating in some sort of assistance program. For this is a program in which you can have someone come and do an energy audit of your home, replace any installation, any weather stripping that might be impacting the escape of any warm air or cool air depending on the season. They can replace any appliances that might need to be upgraded to be smart, as well as also energy efficient lighting. This is a program that you can apply for online. So you'll want to visit the website sdge.com/ESA. Next slide, sorry. So the next program is for individuals that just barely miss the cutoff, or households that just barely miss the cutoff for the CARE program. So anyone who is in a household of 3 or more and on up to the additional numbers, you could be eligible for the Family Electric Rate Assistance Program. This program allows you to get up to 18% off your SDG&E bill, as well as also receive assistance through SDG&E, talk about different payment options, and the same is for the CARE program as well. Next slide, please. So this one is not income-based. It is instead based off of a physician's letter. So this is the medical baseline program. This is for any individual that requires some sort of medical device to maintain their independence or maintain their life. So an example of some devices might be a charger for an electric wheelchair or a CPAP machine. So these are devices that would be eligible for this program. Again, it's not income-based. It's for anyone who has a medical need that would require an increase in energy consumption. So essentially, the way it will work is the baseline that an individual would have would be increased, allowing them to have a larger amount of energy consumption before they would be paying a higher rate in the next tier. When it comes time for renewal, you'll be contacted, and you will want to make sure you renew it. The way how you would renew it would just be getting another letter from your doctor. Depending on your condition will impact how frequently you might need to get your renewal letters in. So if it's a long-term condition, the renewal will be less often versus something that may be shorter term. You will be asked to do it on a yearly basis. Next slide. So the next one is bill debt relief and support. We can go to the next slide. So this is an income-based program. It's for the individuals that are currently on CARE or the FARA program. This is a program that for individuals that are behind on their SDG&E bills, they can participate in this arrearage management plan, or commonly known as AMP. And it is a 12-month program where, as long as you have 12 on-time payments of your current bill, each month we can forgive a portion of your outstanding bill. So the maximum amount that we would be able to forgive would be up to $8,000. In order to be eligible for this program, someone would have to have over $500 in electric bills of outstanding, or $250 in gas bills. The program is available on the website. You can also give us a call to get more information. But this is a program that will allow you to pay back your bills, and as well as also get some debt forgiveness. We can go to the next one. So these are some programs that can also assist in a financial burdens that you might be having. So the first one is the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program, or known as LIHEAP. This is income-based. Individuals who are eligible could receive up to $6,000 in financial assistance to pay for home energy bill and low-income households. So essentially, you can receive this funds to help pay back your SDG&E bills. The amount that someone will receive is based off of their current bill, and it is a tiered system. The next program is the Neighbor to Neighbor program. This is not income-based. Anyone can apply for it. This program is geared more towards individuals that have some sort of sudden financial burden, and they can receive up to $600 per household per year. Both of these programs are administered through 2-in-1 San Diego, so you'll want to contact them to get more information, as well as also to get signed up. We can go to the next slide. Seasonal saving tips. So these are some good ones. We'll go to the next slide. I just mentioned the Neighbor to Neighbor program. This is a really great resource if you do fall behind your bills due to any sudden change in financial needs, whether you have a sudden large car payment, serious illness, something that makes you unable to pay your bill. This is a great resource to explore. And again, it is not income-based, so anyone can apply for it. The next one is a newer program. It's called the Residential Energy Solutions Program. It is a no-cost energy efficiency upgrade program for renters and owners of single-family homes. I'll go over that program a little bit more in the next slide, but that's also another really great resource to explore. The next one is the Level Pay program. This is a program which allows you to have a little bit more predictability over what your bill is going to be on a monthly basis. I'll again go over it in a little bit more detail in the next slide, but it just gives you the opportunity to have a little bit more control over your bill. We can go to the next slide. So the Residential Energy Solutions Program, whether you're an owner, a renter of the single family home, you are eligible for this program. Essentially, it offers no-cost energy-efficient upgrades for the home. So the purpose of the program is to help reduce energy consumption as well as also increase energy efficiency. There's no income restrictions, so anyone can apply for it. Eligible customers can actually receive free products and services. They can get a smart thermostat, they could get a low flow shower head, brushless fans, as well as also HVAC care. So get their HVAC serviced, see if it needs to be cleaned, as well as any other services that might be needed for it. Another really great option is requesting a home energy efficiency audit through one of our third-party companies, Synergy companies. So this is a great way to find out about what your current energy efficiency is, as well as also get some tips on that are special tailored for you in order to help your energy consumption. And if you are interested in the Residential Energy Solutions program, you can visit our website at sdge.com/RES. We can go to the next slide. So the Level Pay program is a phenomenal program that I always encourage people to explore. Essentially, the way it works is it takes a 12-month average of your past usage and comes up with an average amount. For the next 3 months, you'll pay that average amount. So you'll have a pretty good knowledge on what your upcoming bill is going to be. And then after the 3 months, it will do another true up, and it will take into consideration your past 3 months usage. When you do receive a bill, you'll be able to see what you would have paid compared to what you're currently paying. So it's a good way to just generally know what you might be paying for the month, and it gives you a little bit more relief knowing that you won't have any surprises, whether we have a big spike in heat or we have a long-standing cold period of time. You'll be able to be aware of what you might be paying. Another great option that gives independence to people, gives them the ability to kind of control their energy consumption and just be aware of their upcoming bills, is general bill management. So we have an app as well as also the My Account that you can access through the website. Through those tools and resources, you can monitor your usage, you can get bill updates, as well as also a forecasted bill for what you might pay based off of what your current usage is. Another great resource that's available there is payment arrangement extensions. So you're able to get in touch with us, make arrangements to get an extension on an outstanding bill, or get set up for a program like the AMP program I mentioned earlier. We can go to the next slide. So the next one is bill and account management. We can go to the next slide. So as I mentioned, we do have an SDG&E app. This is a phenomenal resource to have on your phone, to have to check on what your current usage is. You can get updates, you can find out, almost play games with yourself and see, you know, how much did I use last month compared to what I used this month, as well as also you can pay your bill online, which helps reduce potential opportunities when you have a paper bill of any sort of identity theft. So when you have the paperless bill option, it's a great way to protect your information as well as a quick way to pay your bill. We can go to the next slide. Through the My Account as well as also the app, you can set up notifications. So if there's a specific amount that you don't want to go above, you can set a base amount saying, I would like to get a notification when I'm approaching X amount of dollars. The way that you would do it would be you would go onto the platform, so either the app or the My Account website, go into alerts and subscriptions. From there, you will select alerts, And if you wish to receive any alerts, whether it is through email or it is through text, you are able to set that up. We can go to the next slide. So the last part is committed to accessibility. And this is a very new and exciting topic I'm excited to talk to you all about. So when it comes to serving our customers, we want to make sure it is equitable, as well as also we are able to best serve them. So if you or someone in your home or a loved one is dependent on some sort of uninterrupted power for their health, safety, or independence, so if they need a CPAP machine, they have the charger for their wheelchair, if there is an individual who is deaf or hard of hearing, who is blind or has low vision, or is disabled, we would like them to fill out this self-identification form, allowing us to be made aware of their presence. So when it does come to emergencies or even basic things like getting updates on different programs, we're able to know how to best serve them. So you can access that through the SDG&E.com AFN website. It's a short survey and it gives us the opportunity to identify individuals within our territory so we know how to best serve them. We can go to the next slide. Some current services that are available to individuals that would fall within the blind, low vision, deaf, or hard of hearing. Currently, there is an option to have a technician come out and mark the range dials on your thermostat so you're able to know the temperature that you're setting it to. There's also an option to get a bill summary in Braille or in larger font for individuals that might have low vision. You can contact SDG&E through a variety of different ways. But if you are hard of hearing, there's the option to use a video call. So you can have an individual who is signing on your behalf. There also is options to do text to talk, so you can receive a written outline of what is being said. During emergencies, currently we offer information in ASL videos to allow individuals to be made aware of what's going on and provide live updates. And then we also have ASL interpreters available at our SDG&E branch offices in Escondido, El Cajon, Market Creek, and Chula Vista. If you're interested in any of these services, you can give us a call at 800-411-7343. We can go to the next slide. So there are quite a few different resources available to individuals that might need additional assistance in order to access their SDG&E information. You'll be able to access that through our SDG&E website at sdge.com/AFN. Just a reminder, if you do have an individual that is blind, has low vision, deaf, or hard of hearing, someone who may be considered physically or cognitively disabled, or someone who is dependent on some sort of machine, like the charger for the wheelchair or the CPAP machine, you would want to make sure that they complete their self-identification form on our website. Next slide. Thank you very much for your time. I apologize, I did run through that rather quickly. So I would love to take some questions now, as well as also you're more than welcome to send some questions to me after the fact and I can get you some answers.
Well, thank you so much, Megan. There was a lot of information and really great programs covered. So, so thank you for sharing all of that. We did have a few questions come up, so I'm happy to help with asking those. So one question came up about if the ESA program, and that's the energy savings assistance, I believe, right? If that is only for seniors or if it is for anybody regardless of age.
Regardless of age, the qualifying components for that is being either a participant of a public service program, such as being on CalFresh, being involved in WIC, receiving services from them, or income-based.
Okay. Very good. And the next question is in regards to the brushless fan motor. So what is the brushless fan motor?
Wonderful question. I had to look that up. It's a way to, I saw that and I was not sure what it was. It's just a way to move around the air in a better, more efficient way. So, you know, on your ceiling fans, there's an option to have it go clockwise or counterclockwise. And there's the option that has the air go up or the air go down. So it's just another way to kind of move around the air in the room. So you don't need to use as much air conditioning or as much heat.
Wonderful.
Wonderful
Thank
question.
you. No, it's not something you see every day. Very
Yes.
good. And the only other question that I have seen come through so far is about the smart thermostats and if they're free or if there's a cost involved with those.
So there is available rebates for smart thermostats. For if you're part of the residential energy solutions, you could get it for free, or of course there also are the options to get some rebates as well. I can send the link for the rebates page as well as also additional information on the RES program.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. If anybody else has any other questions, feel free to type them in just like you have been. And I'm going to run through a couple more slides before we say goodbye to Megan. So you have a couple more minutes to get in your questions. And again, thank you so much for your time. I saw this slide. I don't know. It sounds like just a summary of what you already covered. Is that correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Perfect.
It's just a summary of the different options for customer support. So I mentioned, you know, you can receive the energy alerts to manage your energy. There's the option to go on a payment plan like Level Pay. You can also just contact us and they can set up a payment schedule for you. You know, we're always happy to work with our customers. We want to make sure that we're accessible, so you can always contact us. You know, there's the financial assistance that we do offer. I mentioned the AMP program, the Neighbor to Neighbor program is where you can, that should say $300 for monetary assistance, or $600, excuse me, the bottom of it. So you can receive up to $600 through the Neighbor to Neighbor program. That's not income based, so anyone can apply for it. The purpose of it is to, you know, help when you have those unplanned large, you know, financial burdens. There's also the LIHEAP program for individuals that would be considered low income or are part of any of the public assistance programs. And for that, they can receive up to $6,000 for their bill, and it's a tiered system depending on how much is outstanding. The CARE program, the FARA program, where you could get you know, up to 30% off of your SDG&E bill, 18% off your bill if you are part of the FARA program, the medical baseline program, the energy efficiency. So, you know, I mentioned that there are rebates for smart thermostats. There's also rebates for water heaters, room air conditioners. So I'll send that link so you can kind of explore and see what the best fit would be for you. The residential energy solutions program, explore that program as options to increase your energy efficiency, as well as the ESA program for individuals that would be within the low income community, to have an energy audit, as well as also see what updates can be made to their home to improve their energy efficiency.
Wonderful. So many great things.
So many
Love
great
it.
things.
It's very important. Well, thank you again. For those of you who are interested in knowing about our upcoming webinars, so similar to what Megan just did, a very helpful presentation on topics that are really important for all of us. So we have a couple of other upcoming webinars on June 8th. So next month, we'll be having an ER physician who will talk about planning for the unexpected emergency. So, and her perspective on that. And then July 20th, we will be having a skills clinic on medications, and that will be in partnership with Alzheimer's San Diego. So a couple of other great topics that are just around the corner. So if you're interested in registering for those, you can do so at our website. And then if anybody has any questions about our resources or wanting to learn more about any of the programs that we offer, how to get connected to SDG&E, you're welcome to call our main line you see on the screen here, the 619-284-9281, and we're happy to help guide you through that. We also have a list that we can add you to if you're interested in receiving all of our upcoming webinar information. So feel free to reach out to me directly, and I'd be happy to get you on that list. And otherwise, I encourage anybody to visit our website and check out the information and resources and program details that we have listed there. You can also sign up for our newsletter to stay in contact and up to date on what's going on with ElderHelp. So Megan, thank you again so much for your time today. I really appreciate it and all of that helpful information. And I will send a follow-up email to all of you. So if you have any questions once you get that, feel free to reach out. But we thank you so much for your time and sharing about those helpful programs and some tips for us.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, of course. All right. Well, everybody have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll be in touch soon with the follow-up. Thank you so much.